Yeah, I heard word around town is a popping out.
Yeah, what is up, everybody? It is the King Hitman here, and we have STR. Like, this is so bizarre to say. He's one of those units. Like, we were, we knew we were gonna get his EZA one day. Like, Dokkan's not gonna pass over his EZA within the next year or so. But just having his information in front of me right now, I don't know what he does. I'm walking into this blind is just a weird feeling. It feels like it's too early, but not early enough, right? So let's get into it. We have STR Cooler's EZA Info. He can be the single most impactful TUR EZA ever released. Like, he can do so much damage to the game if they made him correctly. I'm horrified to see what they do, because if he's too good, I'm gonna be horrified. But if he underwhelms, or I see like innate issues in his kit, that's gonna scare me too, because the last thing you want is for him to fall off. He's so valuable. A lot of players like him so much. He's so controversial because he was so potent on release. Let's get into it now. We have a global newsletter. This is the operation team. Have you performed summons? Time flies. Producer's letter. Whatever. Starting in 2 days, a new stages will be added to the fate of the fighting spirits and pride of the wicked bloodline event. The enemies can raise their attack and activate various skills, making it a quite difficult challenge. Y'all, I'm gonna be a bug with y'all. We're gonna come back to this. I know why y'all are here. We're here for Cooler. Now, I do have him on the wiki too, but I want to read him from the newsletter just in case there's something I don't know yet. Like I said, I'm blind right now. STR Cooler's EZA can EZA 2 characters. The other character, if you don't know, is Physical Thouser, like the Cooler's Armored Squadron. I hope that they're good too. I don't think they're in this set right here for information, but let's just keep scrolling through. He can be EZA'd in part 3. This is one of the things that's crazy about him, bro. His leader skill, Terrifying Conquerors, or Transformation Boost, of course, 3 keys, stats 170. Cooler's passive, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to pray over this man's passive. I'm scared, but I'm so hopeful. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read a super attack effect first. The Destruction Ray Extreme. Look at it. Look, they already off to a good start. Raises defense permanently, bro. Causes immense damage to the enemy and lowers attack and defense. I'm lit. They can't even mess up now. They can't even mess up. Passive skill attack and defense 130%. Cooler gets an additional attack that has a medium chance to be a super when the enemy is in attack down or defense down status. Now, this is what I like. If it was just attack down, I'd be annoyed. But defense down, when it's an effect that just gives you more offensive potency or support or whatever, like whatever it can be, guard, anything like that. They don't usually do stuff like that, but you know what I'm saying. And it's based on defense down. That is one of the few times in the game that you can be like, okay, it's worth lowering the enemy's defense. Like, I'll put Cooler and say slot 2 or whatever, lower the enemy's defense a bit so that we can make sure that we trigger this, right? Because, if the enemy dodges, it won't trigger, right? So hit him with the first, I don't know, who lowers defense? I don't even know, but y'all get what I'm saying. I can't think of somebody who lowers defense for some reason. I've been playing the game for almost 7 years. Bizarre. Transformation. What? My fault. I thought I was on drugs for a moment there. Transformation boost category allies will get 2 key 50% attack and defense when facing only one enemy. Terrifying Conquerors get 2 key 50% attack and defense when facing 2 or more enemies. Cooler's already good. I don't even have to see his final form. You want to know why? Because I'm going to stay in this form all the time. 2 key 50%. You guys have got to understand. Terrifying Conquerors and Transformation. So he's giving... Wow, no matter what, STR Cooler, of course, is going to benefit from this, right? Terrifying Conquerors and Transformation Boost. Janemba's going to benefit from the Transformation Boost one. Terrifying Conquerors, let's see. Of course, Ginyu, LR Turles, who's an underrated unit. I like LR Turles a lot. It's just his defense is not built for, like, red zone sometimes, right? You know what I mean? Cooler is on Terrifying Conquerors, but not Transformation Boost. I used to have an issue with it. But think of it like this. This Cooler is like Physical Cooler, the Int Cooler Army, AGL Cooler, the free-to-play Coolers. It's not actually Cooler, right? Like, it's Cooler's hive mind sent out to do his bidding, right? Like the core is what's really cooler. So that's what bothers me. Like the free to play units, I couldn't care less, but anyone that directly involves his core, I think should be on transformation boost because that's that red right there, like his eye, it's part of his face. That's actually cooler. Now, this guy, like I kind of argued with myself right there. This guy should be on Transformation Boost because it has the core. The AGL Dokkan Fest should be on there because he has the core. But the free-to-play ones, I don't really... You could argue leaving them off the category, and I don't think it would be a bad argument for Akatsuki to make it all. Now, let's see what the final form does. That's amazing. He's so good, bro. I'm horrified. Super attack effect for final form cooler, raises attack permanently still, immense damage and massively lowers defense. Couldn't care less. Key for attack and defense. My gosh. Attack and defense 200%. Cooler launches an additional 2 guaranteed attacks, each of which has a 30% chance of becoming a super attack. He gets 10% critical hit chance per rainbow orb obtained, and he performs a crit if there is a pure or hybrid Saiyan enemy. Oh my gosh. Wow. He's him. He's him. Now, I don't know what his defense is going to be. We do have his defense pulled up. I don't know exactly like what type of defensive numbers we're talking about here, but because he stacks defense, bro, he's one of the most dominant units ever EZA'd because he was always good. His damage wasn't bad. He was never an underwhelming damage dealing unit, especially when you triggered the crit. But now you can get, you know, plus 10%, plus 20%, plus 30%, plus 40% rainbow orb crit. His offense is going to be absurd. His defense is stacking forever. I joked when I made the video, like I made a video covering what cooler might end up being. I joked like, oh, you know, we all want him to raise defense permanently, but Akatsuki's likely not going to do that. But I threw that in his like fantasy kit anyway, just for him to end up actually doing it, and that made his entire kit come together. The fact that he's giving 2 key 50 per transformation boost isn't just cooler, bro. Like it's not just villains. I mean, look at this. The 6-year gods are on it. Like Oob is on it. Like there's a bunch of super class units that are already on it, and it's one of those teams. No matter what, the game will always buck that team. Why? Because look at units like AGL Cell. They're always going to drop transforming villain units. They know that adds revenue. Like people are going to spend a bit more money when they see they have nice animations, they have nice transformation and intro and active skills and stuff like that. So all these Friezas and movie bosses, a lot of the sworn enemy type of units, they're just going to be here. And then you tack on the Saiyans like STR Namek Goku on top. You can have a rotation with him and Namek Goku, and then the third unit is like final form cooler. You float off Namek Goku, and this rotation will work because Namek Goku's being compensated through STR Cooler for his lack of Super Saiyan and Kamehameha. What's his links when he's Super Saiyan? So this is the ads, man. So he doesn't have Kamehameha, I'm tripping, but like, you know, Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Prepare for Battle, he's going to be compensated for those things. And STR Cooler's link set is so good too. It's so good. I am in love. I'm in love. Now there's more info for us to get to, so let's get back. I told you I'd get back. The spirit of the Saiyans and then the pride of the bloodline type thing. The main characters the main characters of this campaign are related to Cooler's Revenge, the Cooler movies, right? Missions, a unique title. This is the very first unique title available in the game, and even more amazing than usual titles. If you're confident enough in your skills, try this event out. What I assume that they're saying is they're gonna make like a nice little sparkly header. That way, when people click on your profile, it's gonna, I don't know, flash or like be like the LR effects, right? The LR icon. It'll probably be something like that for beating every single stage. Now, me personally, I haven't tried every single stage. I beat the first 2. I tried the one where you fight Vegeta and Goku, like the Int LR boss. I got whacked. Like, I have to go farm up the free-to-play metal coolers just to make sure I can beat this event. I don't like the way that they did this event. Dokkan hasn't done boosted characters that were needed to beat like difficult content in years. Like, yeah, I know, you know, the God event will come out or something like that, and then you'll need like MUI Goku, it'll feel like. But that's not really true. He doesn't do more damage. I'm talking truly boosted characters. They haven't done stuff like that since like old Dokkan events. I'm talking STR Broly, the very first Dokkan Fest ever. He had a Dokkan event where you needed certain characters to do the extra damage. Int, what's his name? Int Ultimate Gohan had a particular, wall standing tall, that particular link set to boost the damage done, and then he had certain units that could do more damage to him. I know AGL Rose and Physical Vegito Blue, stuff like that, yeah, but you can beat it without this is truly difficult content. I didn't like that they did it, but I'm not tripping over the fact that they did it. I don't think it's that serious. But I hope that they don't continue to make it habitual, if that makes sense. Now, Quest Story is getting a long-awaited update for Dokkan on Global. It has been 5 years since it got updated. The last time it got updated was when Super 17 AGL, the Neo God 120 leader, when he came out, right? 2017. So it's been forever for us. And it's of course out on JP. A new area will be added in late October. Renewal campaign celebrates the quest update. Remember, STR Vegito Blue will be getting his EZA from these stages later on, so keep that in mind. He's a very good unit. I think he's the best. Is he the best free to play? I mean, if he's not, you know who has a conversation for it right now because the team is just going so crazy right now? It's just he buffs artificial life forms. Well, they buff artificial life forms. So this support that they give only helps physical Metal Cooler and the free-to-play Metal Coolers, but this is a really good unit. I felt since he came out that he was a really, really good unit, and people weren't acknowledging it. I like that he raises his Extreme Class Allies attack for 2 turns, not just 1. I think he's an extraordinary free-to-play unit. He's just, free-to-play is so, it has so many disadvantages in today's meta. I don't like that for the game. I miss the days when even if it took you 20 minutes, you could beat difficult content with free-to-play teams. Nowadays, I mean, if you're Jay Fanta, like you're like that, then yeah, by all means, do it with, free-to-play leads and free-to-play teams. But it is much more difficult nowadays. It is even more difficult than me back then when I was a free-to-play player. Now, for this campaign, tons of content to make Quest enjoyable. Experience from Quest will be quadrupled. It will allow you to have missions to give you up to 30 stones. Plus, a legendary challenge campaign and an extreme challenge campaign will be available for, yes, LR Vegito Blue. Clear the stages to awaken him. Now, he was actually, this wasn't that long ago, right? So a lot of you guys will remember it, but for those that don't, know, maybe they're joining through the worldwide campaign for Dokkan, he was unimpressive. He was counterproductive, I might say is the word I want to use. Counterintuitive, maybe. He hurt himself in his skill set, and so Dokkan had to, Dokkan legitimately patched him, right? Dokkan patched Vegito Blue. They updated him. They made him better. They buffed him. That's what I mean. They buffed him, and he became better after dropping initially. JP players were pressed. They were like, yo, you better not drop his full EZA, and he looks like this. We don't like the way he's built. So they fixed a couple of the things in his kit. I forget exactly what the wording was pre and post EZA, like the full EZA, but they dropped him in steps, and then he came out and he was much better in the end than what we initially knew he was going to be like, because JP players were tripping out. So he will be the best free-to-play unit on Global, I'm pretty sure, when he drops. So be excited for that. Make sure you go link level that guy, get him ready, right? Get him ready. Further details will be announced on the events and missions later on. At least they're giving us the monthly letter. I do appreciate that, for sure, that Global Dokkan. I'd rather that than when they don't tell us anything at all, or when they drop the information like 2 weeks after we already know what's going on. I hate when they do stuff like that. But yeah, the wiki already has it up. This is horrifying because you have him. Personally, I'm not transforming Cooler too often. From what I'm looking at. But let's say this Cooler gets up to 600k defense and you finally decide to transform him. Then this guy has like 720k defense. This is why I had said raise attack and raise defense for 1 turn. That would have been really dope to have for him to maximize the defense he built up from his 4th form, right? Well, pure form. It depends on how you look at Dragon Ball, but that's Cooler's pure form, right? And then he transforms into this. That would have been the best way to maximize this. Then lowering defense, I guess, man. I guess. But yeah, you got two coolers, both of which like the idea of doing crit, both of which can do additionals because they do multiple attacks innately, so the hidden potential one will proc more easily. This guy's guaranteed critting against the two of the most prominent categories in the game, dog. And if he's not fighting them, he can have like a 20% chance to crit just from his passive. The normals that he's gonna crit on are gonna go crazy because he raises attack forever. I'm just wrapping my head around what he is. I'm sorry if it's annoying you. I'm just in awe. I'm in awe. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. Cooler is a very good EZA. They did not disappoint us. I can't wait to get my hands on him. KX showcase is coming soon. I'll probably showcase him on my actual global, but sadly, I don't have Cooler Rainbow, crazy enough as that is for me. Some of y'all might weird y'all out, but yeah, I only have like 2 dupes in my Cooler. So I'm ready to see what he's going to do when he's rainbowed. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm pretty sure that's all I've got for you guys. It's the young Hitman. Young kid is off this.